Hello friends, this is the Cryptonian taking a look at a few coins here. We're going to take a broad look at the market. Today's Sunday. We're going to identify some projects that are strong, some projects that are kind of pumped, over pumped, and some projects that may be starting a pump, maybe reversing. So let's take a look. Taking a look at my watch list here. ADA Cardano has been pumping. You see Cardano pumped over the weekend. We went from a breakout here on the trend cloud here, the moving average bull cloud, from $1.15, $1.16 all the way up to 141. Now we are at a resistance line. This is the 4-hour. Let's take a look at the daily real quick here. And there you go. So it's just a typical pump off the bottom, but the macro trend has not changed for the daily yet, right? So what am I expecting? I'm expecting some kind of a pullback here. Probably, let's see. Let's get the fibs out. Let's be a little bit more scientific about this, and let's get some Fibonacci's here, and then we can see where we're going. Okay. So, taking a look, we had some consolidation. We broke out, rejected at this trend line, came back down to the 113 area, really oversold on stochastics. RSI was probably close to 30, and then we pumped hard again. We're at that same resistance line, right? So I do expect some kind of a pullback. That pullback could be down to this consolidation area, which would be probably $1.27, $1.30, before rallying higher from there. Now, you know, ADA does have a habit of selling down. It pumps hard and then it sells off, right? You can see that. You can see that here. We had a nice spike and sold down hard, but in all fairness, you know, the market's been pretty much doing the same thing, right? So these impulses here on the bottom show me that there is interest, and this consolidation area here, see this consolidation, and we went higher, and then we have this consolidation area briefly, and then we went higher. So if we do have a pullback, I think we'll probably make a higher low, and this is what I'm waiting for, right? Remember that the definition of a downtrend is lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Now, if we can pull back and put in a higher low, that means that there is a trend change coming. All right, and that higher low is, you want to buy there. Well, I mean, you can do what you want. I'm not a financial advisor, but in my opinion, buying a higher low is especially after it's been oversold for months, you know, it's a good idea to buy that, because then you can see a rally from there. So again, 0.6 fib, a pullback to 123, between 123 and 130 would be this area, this consolidation area, and that actually matches with this bottom here where before it exploded. So we could have a shallow pullback to about 130, 131, or we could have a deeper pullback to about 123, and in my opinion that would be a good place to enter. With ADA, you want to use a stop loss. Depends on what's going on in the market. You know, use a stop loss, or if you're just a long-term investor, you would want to then, you know, take in some positions and dollar cost average in this area. Anyway, there you have it. That is ADA. ADA's looking good on the daily. Now, I would not be getting into ADA just yet. Like I said, I would want to see a pullback. Now, the very, very bullish scenario for ADA now, let me just cover this real quick before I move on, is that it breaks this resistance. If we have a bullish week, breaks this resistance, goes up, breaks this resistance, breaks out, tests the 30-day or 200 daily moving average, right? That is a possible scenario if we have a really bullish breakout week for Bitcoin. And whoever purchased down here would be very, very, very lucky. Very, very lucky and very profitable. So there you have it. So ADA, keep your eye on ADA. I wouldn't enter now. I'd wait for at least I would wait for some type of sideways consolidation, something like that, before buying in. That's my opinion. Algo is another one here. Algo is not very explosive. It's kind of a lackluster performer, but we do have what seems to be a higher low, and we could see this moving higher. Okay, it's a little bit slower. It does have some impulses to the upside from time to time, and we could be seeing another impulse to the upside. Like I said, if that happens, then we could be seeing a cup and handle right here. Well, maybe not. No, not a cup and handle. This would be a double bottom with this bottom being higher, right? So the breakout area is going to be 179, 180 right here at the Fibonacci level to try to move higher. And what I'm looking for is this cloud change. I'll show you a little bit closer here on the chart. I'm looking for this moving average cloud trend to change green, right? And it could be very close. We saw some yellow candles before we started pumping in the last run, and so we are now seeing a cluster of yellow as well with a higher low here. Okay, so Algorand looks like it wants to go higher. Stochastics is at the bottom, looks good, and midline on the RSI. So we are gaining strength. Arweave is looking like pretty much the same structure. A lot of these have similar structure because the market is in tandem. Everyone's following Bitcoin, right? They're not breaking out on their own. So Arweave's another one on the daily. We're seeing pretty much a cluster of consolidation. Okay, and we do have stochastics at the bottom coming up, and we do have this consolidation at the midline ready to move higher. We have a higher low here on the daily, and so we could see some impulses going higher, starting a new trend on the daily, starting a new bull cloud here, the green cloud here on the trend, on the moving averages. So Arweave could be moving higher. Let's take a look at audio. Audio is in the early stages of putting in a little bit of consolidation the past week and moving higher, but it does have its work cut out for it. It does need to move higher than this 30-day moving average. It's under the 30-day moving average and under the 200 daily moving average. So even though we do have an impulse higher, it could be short. So just be aware on audio. And of course the stochastics is at the top already, see. So this one's a bit weaker, although we're below midline on RSI. But there is some potential for reversal if Bitcoin goes higher this week. AVAX. Now AVAX, I like AVAX, and I've said this before. Let's take a look here. Whoops. Excuse me. I like AVAX because what we see on AVAX, we're seeing a macro on the daily, A, B, C, D. Look at that, ABCD pattern, and these ABCD patterns are powerful. We're seeing a large macro ABCD pattern, and this could be breaking out. All right, so we see a low here, and then we see a slightly higher low here. And here we had a nice pump to the upside, turning the moving average bull cloud green. Okay, and the impulse system turned green, we could be having the same thing here. We have compression in the candles, so we're getting narrow range in price, which means it's getting ready for a move here, consolidation, right? And compression, candle compression. So when we see candle compression and price compression, when the range gets narrow, it wants to break out to the upside or to the downside. My guess it's going to be to the upside. And AVAX has been strong in the past. We're above the 200 daily moving average, and we had a big breakout not long ago. So the stochastics is moving higher, blue above orange, so it has more room to run up. And we do have midline or just below the midline. We need to claim that midline on the RSI to move higher, but midline is neutral, so it's not weak, not strong. It's ready for a move higher. Okay. Taking a look at AXI, no, not that one. Let's see, not that one. BTC. Let's take a look at BTC. All right. Taking a look at BTC, you can see similar price action, although it's much weaker. We do have some consolidation on the daily. We have yellow. We could be going green, and the cloud, the moving average bull cloud, would then turn green. Okay. And you see here we had some consolidation, and then we had an impulse to the upside, right? Now we see consolidation here, cluster, and we see a tightening. Let's take a closer look on the daily here. You can see here where the cloud turned from red to green. All right, showing strength and a reversal, short term. Now we're talking short-term trend change, because the large trend, the longer trend, is bearish, right? All right, so now we have a cluster of yellow. All right, and we're seeing consolidation, and we're wanting to move higher. Now the stochastics is close to the top, so we need to be careful. This breakout probably would be short-lived, and then we'd have either a sell-off or consolidation, some type of pullback. The RSI is weak, but it is showing that it is getting stronger, so we could be moving higher. So, and if Bitcoin moves higher, the rest of the market will also. In my opinion, a nice breakout point would be right here above this white line, and that's going to be above 43,944,000, something like that. What we can see here, let me change this a little bit here. It's a little low. There we go. Sorry about that. There we go. And so what we're seeing here is we are seeing a cup and handle. Now this one is a cup and handle. See this? And the way we play a cup and handle is that we trade this neckline here, and that's going to be 43,900, 44,000. If we can push above that with strength and hold above that, and then we will go higher, most likely testing the 45.6K, which would be, or 45.9K, which that's the Fibonacci, next Fibonacci level there. Okay, so right now we're in between these two Fibonacci levels, and RSI is getting ready to move higher, but it is a little on the weak side, but it's understandable because this would be the beginning of a new trend, right? We're coming off the bottom. So macro on the daily, we have shoulder here, we have a lower low shoulder or head here, and then we could go up, get rejected, come back and do this, consolidate. That would be the right shoulder. That would be an upside down or reverse head and shoulder, and that is a bullish pattern. So, but just we need to remember that whenever there's some type of if we have a bull bullish week, we will have then some kind of a pullback. So if we push higher and then we have a lower low or a higher low and we consolidate here, that's bad, sorry, my drawing's not very good. If we go up, push up, and then we consolidate higher, putting in a higher low, then that would be the beginning of a reversal. Okay, and that means potentially, you know, in the weeks to come, higher prices for Bitcoin and also for the market. Personally, I'm looking for a position above 44,000. When it breaks this, I'll be taking a position. When this cup and handle breaks to the upside, I'll be looking to take a position. Now, when you take a look at cup and handle, you take a measurement from the neckline to the bottom, and let's measure that, and that will give us our price target. Okay, so when we do that, let's see, yeah, that's about right. When we do that, our price target would be around, breaking out here, there we go, our price target would be around 46.9 thousand, but I think we'll probably find a short pump because there is a lot of resistance and selling and bearishness, so probably around 46.5k. I don't think we'd actually make it to that 46.9k, but you never know. You never know. We could make it even much higher if Bitcoin is very bullish this week. So that is Bitcoin on the daily. Taking a look at some others, let's take a look at COTI. Look at that. COTI looks good, guys, on the daily now. COTI looks good. We have some midline consolidation on the RSI. All right, it's neutral. We have stochastics that is midline, ready to move up, coming off of a bottom here. And we have a higher low with consolidation right at a fib level here. We have another cup and handle on the COTI, little cup, little handle. Breakout is going to be above 35.7 cents, and then we could possibly have a breakout above the 200 daily moving average, and then we have an upper resistance line, this white line, all right, right here, which is a wedge. So if we break the 38.39 cents, we could go much higher, much higher. So this is a good place to consider an entry, but that's up to you. Do your own diligence, but COTI looks good. Let's take a look here at CRO, not looking as good. I'll ignore that one. And this one is CTSI, Cartesi. Yeah, Cartesi looks like it could go a little bit higher, but I think what's going to happen, I don't think it's quite ready. It's already had an impulse, so I think there's going to be sideways consolidation at a higher high and then a possible push up. So Cartesi could be pushing up a little bit this week, but we still don't have a higher low. What I'd like to see is something like this, higher low or consolidation, push higher. Cartesi it's volatile, so you have to be careful with Cartesi. Doge, we do have a consolidation here. Nice pump from the consolidation. I would wait for some consolidation. We need to maintain this 30-day moving average on the daily before moving higher. Before I would consider Doge. DOT. Look at this, guys. DOT. Alright, so look at this. DOT looks really good, guys. Let's take a closer look. Now, this is what I was talking about on these other charts, right? DOT is actually doing what I was talking about. We have this upper resistance line here, this white line, and DOT is now breaking out of that, showing strength. We had a double bottom here and here and pushed up with strength. Now what I want to see, our stochastics are a little bit extended, but it can be a sign of strength when the RSI is midline. All right, so what we could see is a little pullback here or some sideways consolidation, which in my opinion that would be a buy, but we want to see consolidation and then a move higher. If the market does move higher, if Bitcoin moves higher, has a breakout this week, then we could see DOT moving up to test the $30 area. Now it's already been pumping a bit. What is potential profit here? Potential profit can be up to the 30-day or 200 daily moving average, and that's going to be about 9%, 10% at this point. And but I think we would probably consolidate first, and let me tell you why. In the past, we have seen a breakout above the 30-day moving average, which is this white line, and then we came down, got rejected twice. So what we'll probably see that something similar again. Now it just depends on if we're going to pump all the way to the 200 daily moving average like we did before. That's very possible. And then see some kind of a pullback after that. You know, some kind of a pullback down to here with some consolidation, volatility, and then another push higher. That to me would be a great buy. Then you'd see a lot higher prices for DOT. So there you go, friends. That's where we are with DOT. Be careful with DOT. DOT is overextended. We could have some kind of a pullback at any time. And so DOT is a little bit on the riskier side at this time. But long term, it's in this consolidation area, sideways consolidation. So long term, if it starts going down, you just buy more as an investment for long term. Engine is one that I've talked about before in the past, and this one you can see on the daily. We're in this wedge, and it's a consolidation wedge, and these are bullish. So most likely it's going to break out to the upside. Little high on the on the stochastics, but we still have room to run. Midline on the RSI showing we have strength coming up. We have a double bottom, bottom one, bottom two, and we have a nice impulse here. And then so we could have a nice another impulse here. $3.18 would be the target for that impulse. And let me show you what I see here a little bit closer. You can see here we went from yellow to green to yellow to red. All right. We went from yellow to green to yellow. Now we're going green again. This is showing, this cluster is showing consolidation. The price wants to move higher. Right now, the breakout point is right here at, let's see, $2.56, $2.60. That is a breakout above the Fibonacci 0.61. And that's going to be a strong move higher, and we can see something like let's see, $3 or between $3 and $3.30, and then a possible pullback making a higher low, consolidation, and then moving higher from there. Okay, so this could be a bottom. If this is a bottom, Engine is a really good buy because metaverses and gaming coins really hot, really popular. I think they have a big future, and so there you go. Engine is ready to go. ready to go in my opinion. And that of course depends on Bitcoin. All right. Ethereum looks like there's consolidation here. Looks like it wants to go higher. Breakout would be, let's see, at 3,371, and look at this. Look at this. We have Ethereum on the daily. We have a cup and handle, well-defined cup and handle, and now it's pushing higher. Now, if this breaks out, this candlestick's gonna turn green, and we're gonna have a pump to, let's see, probably this area here, which would be 3,490 or 3,500, and we could even go as high as to test this 30-day moving average here on the daily, which would be this fib level 3,589. 3,589 is the target from this breakout here. Okay. Stochastics is a little bit high, so I would expect maybe a breakout, consolidation as well, and then a push higher, something like that. The RSI is below the 50, so it's a little weak, but it does look good. It does look good for a potential continuation of this little breakout here. Excuse me, of this little consolidation and push higher. But be careful, it does look like it's a little on the weak side. All right, let's see. Gaming coin Illuvium. Illuvium has a little bit of the same price action here, and we could be seeing a little bit of a pump coming. Not much, but a test maybe of the next Fibonacci level here at 1022 or maybe 966, something like that. Okay. Let's see, Kusama. Yeah, not a fan. It's already at resistance. Link. Now, Link is an interesting one here, friends. Link has claimed. Link now is above the 200 daily moving average and above the 30-day moving average. Stochastics is down here at the bottom, getting ready to cross over. So we could see some more sideways consolidation here. Or we could see a little pump and then a rejection like this, a little bit wider consolidation. But the bottom line is Link looks like it wants to consolidate and go higher. So this is one to watch. Mana is a good one too. Look at this. Mana is pushing up. Now we do have a little preliminary rejection here at the 319, 320. But if we break that, we could have a breakout, and then we could test the next fib level, which is 393. We could come right back up to this level here. Okay, 393. We've got the RSI midline ready to move higher. Looking good. Looking really good. Matic. Yeah, we're regaining the 30-day moving average. If we can hold that, we could have another pump. But Matic is kind of risky because it's somewhat overbought. We'd have to have a market rally to move higher to test the next Fibonacci, which would be 252. 252 target if the market runs and we hold. Near overbought. I would not get into that one. One overbought, would not get into. One Harmony would not get into that one. It's overbought. Pre overbought. Would not do that one. Render looks like it could be over the next few days changing trend going up. If we can hang on to the 360 365 area, we are above the 200 daily moving average, which is strength, but we are below the 30-day moving average and the fib levels. So resistance at 424. If we can get above that, we could see a nice little pump to the upside. we do have, let's see, yeah, we do have some consolidation and some support here. So if the market goes higher, if Bitcoin goes higher, we could see a push and test of 422, and if we get higher than that, if we break that, we could see a Fibonacci test of 484. All right. And okay, let's move along quickly. Sand. Let's see here. Let's move this down a bit. Some of these charts, they don't want to cooperate. They need to have a lot of adjustment. Okay, so sand is similar to engine. You see this wedge, and then now we're looking to break out higher. We've got some consolidation just above a fib level, and we have a double bottom, and currently we are higher than the previous bottom here, so this looks like it wants to go higher. RSI looks good, a little bit below midline, and the stochastics has room to run. So fib level target 553 on a breakout, 553, and if we can hold that, then the next level would be 588. 553 to 588. If we can break that 588, then we're going to go up to the next fib level at 664. Okay, and then we'll probably pull back. You see this white trend line here? That is a long-term macro resistance. If we can break out and break that, reach 677, come back, find support off of this upper trend line, that's called a confirmation, and then we would move higher from there and probably test 750 or the next fib at 8. Let's see, it's probably around 820, something like that. Okay, that is sand. Solana, I like Solana. Solana has regained the 200 daily moving average. We do have consolidation. We're seeing the same patterns, friends, same patterns. Now, I'd be a little bit careful with Solana. Chances are a pump is going to be not temporary, but a short pump, because we're still in a lower low. We're a bit weak, but we are ready. We're just below the 50. We're at 43, so we're a little weak on the RSI, and we're a little extended on the stochastic. So what I would expect is a breakout to this 30-day moving average, 161, and if we can break above that, I'm expecting some consolidation at that point, and then a move higher, testing the 180 and then 190. All right, something like that. But I would expect something like this: move higher, consolidation higher. That's going to show reverse head and shoulders, and then higher. All right. It's going to take some time, friends. It's going to take a few weeks for that to happen, but we could be seeing a bottom here. So I like Solana. Theta. I like Theta. Theta, you see a double bottom here on the daily. Double bottom. And we're getting ready to push up. 427 is a breakout to the upside. And we're seeing the same thing as we've seen on some of these other ones, a reverse, a cup and handle. Here's the cup, here's the handle. And so we could have a little breakout probably to either 453, and if we hold that, 475. Okay, so I like that. And if we hold it, if the market stays bullish, this cup and handle could turn into a breakout and a retest of this up here, this macro downtrend resistance line at 538 or maybe 540, between 538 and 540. All right. So there you have it, friends. The market's looking good. I don't want to go through. I don't want the video to be too long. I just went through several coins. Let me see if there's anything else. If you have a request, there's a coin that you want me to take a look at, I'll be happy to do that for you. Just put it in the comment section below. Let me know, are you holding any of the coins that I've covered tonight or today, this afternoon? And I don't want to know amounts. I don't want to know amounts of investments. That's private, and there are scammers that watch videos, so be careful. Do not disclose any dollar amounts or any coin amounts, but just let me know. Are you invested in some of these coins, some of these projects? Are you looking to buy some of these projects? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for your time. Be safe. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. Remember, rule number 1, don't lose money.